Welcome to a world of might and magic, where the only limit is your imagination. Come along with us and find out what happens when you just roll with it.
Get into recap then.
Yeah, I'm very curious.
My inspiration? Do you have it, Woods?
I don't, but I vaguely remember what happened last time. I don't have my book next to me, so I'm just gonna kind of go up top of my head. Okay, so we stayed at the house for a bit. Krill was feeling quite down, but then he didn't do anything really to help her with that.
Oh,
She kind of just ate her feelings for a while.
Yeah, so yeah, she just kind of chilled at the house. Paige decided to go on his own adventure towards a temple of, I can't remember the goddess's name, but the goddess of death, to commune with her. The priestesses were able to help him contact this god, and they were able to make some agreement / pact. But Paige didn't really ask for details or clarification. He just kind of accepted. But he hasn't told any of us, so we don't know. But there is clear markings on him. Well, we don't know what they are.
By clear
And then
markings, like most of my body is black right now.
yeah. Then I think Woods just left the house to go to the slums to visit a person he knows. And just spend time with her for a while.
But, yeah, that's pretty much it. So gain your
Yeah.
inspiration.
Yay!
Paige got quite literally a magical girl transformation.
That's good.
And yes, I've been holding on to that for 2 weeks.
Yeah, by the way, something that Woods didn't mention. When Paige went to the library later to search for some books about souls and stuff, and he took some novels to read as for fun.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the novels.
Yep.
For some reason, I didn't write those down.
I wrote. I didn't wrote the names, but I wrote the genres. So I wrote 3 dices by guiding by the books on my bookshelf. Do you know what the 3 genres that pages love the most are? Woods?
Was
Woods, no,
romance.
sorry, Max.
What's up?
Can you guess what favorite genres of reading are?
You rolled like you probably rolled like rom-com, like teenage drama, and high fantasy.
Well, you're not far off.
Not far off. It's romance, fantasy, and mystery in that order.
Well.
I think we even discussed like, oh, what's fantasy in the fantasy world? Fiction or real life?
Like our nonfiction.
Yeah. I even got back at Paige for making me constantly come up with character names by making him come up with names for each of the books. It was so much fun watching him squirm.
It was. I could do it. I could do it. Oh yeah, do it. Oh.
Yeah, coming up with names on the spot's not an easy thing to do. But yeah.
No, it isn't.
Most of us are just hanging out in the house. Not really doing a whole lot.
This is one of those weeks.
Well, that was most of last week. You see, the person that had all the information wasn't here.
I take no responsibility for any.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, it's both of your characters that are the ones that have all the combined knowledge.
You put it on. God damn it, my fucking phone is not. I need you to cooperate. This is where my notes are. God damn it. Just do a quick restart.
On a slight side note, I did update our murder board here.
Oh! That's good. We're taking more names off the list.
Well, the same amount. It's just not covered in red X's anymore. It's more concise. I had to go back through so much just to remember how everyone died.
It sounds like you personalized it a bit.
Oh, yeah, a little bit. Am I not showing it? Should be showing. Nope, I didn't drag it.
Showing.
Forgot to drag it.
There we go.
Ah!
Paid off.
Beaten to death.
Well, how else do you describe what you did to him?
I mean, you're right. You're right.
Collateral damage.
I feel like what? I feel like I'm missing contact. I feel like I don't remember what happened.
To which one?
The collateral, the clay. What happened?
Clay was tiny, who got hit by shrapnel.
That's right.
My
Oh
favorites
my
are the
God.
wolf and the bull. Like everyone was brutally murdered and they just paid off and retired.
Yeah, we got executed, decapitated, beaten to death,
Brutalized.
broken, brutalized, retired and paid off.
And not everybody needs to be just absolutely annihilated, okay?
Yeah.
I kind of made that clear from the start, where the second one we met was a positive interaction.
Yeah, we had a rematch and everything was cool. So far, a lot of killing, a lot of death.
And now we need to go after a guy who's a real sociopath, so I imagine more on the way.
Yeah, him and the guy that's known as the Mortician, so...
Yeah, we're maybe in what I would call a rough spot in terms of what we're trying to get done right now.
You most definitely are.
Where am I now?
When aren't we in a rough spot for information? Ooh.
That is a good point. I mean, I've only been here for maybe a week or so, I suppose all of the time I've been here, it's been rough. So I guess you're right. Where the fuck are my notes? I know I wrote them last time.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. There was one more thing from last session that the effects of still haven't ended. Krell used her new level 5 spell.
Oh yeah.
So currently Krell, Woods, and Quill all look like different sized versions of Paige. Because that spell lasts for 8 fucking hours.
Oh.
And it's not concentration, so I can't just drop it.
Maybe this whole journey was not worth it. Starting to think that revenge is a bad spot to be in. Oh, that's right. I wrote the description of the dragon in my my bio. That's right.
It's a weird place to write that, but okay.
Well, I didn't want to make a new notepad, so I just typed it there.
You know physical paper works, right?
Do you want me to be able to read it?
There's a
sh-
notepad app in your computer.
Several, in
uh,
fact.
I lose those. I tell you, man. Every time I make a note on like my computer's note service or whatever application, that shit disappears.
Just save it on the desktop.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
Or, just use Google Docs like I do.
See, that's the best. I use Google Docs for basically all of my own campaign notes.
Yep. I write all my campaign information in there. I write my personal notes in there. Hell, I fucking wrote my resume in there.
Okay, well, maybe this is not the time to gang up on me. We have things to do. Maybe need to swap out some spells. No, I don't. I'm good. So we need like a plan of some kind. We're working just purely off of written information at the moment.
We need to figure out where that temple where the dragon is located is.
Yeah, we didn't get like a name of the god, did we?
We did.
We did.
Son of a bitch. my failing memory strikes me once again.
I
starts
am
with an
100%.
A.
Did you not just say you wrote down the entire description in your bio?
I didn't say the entire description. All right,
It's
I
started
wrote
with an
down
A.
his physical description. Sometimes I make bad.
I think I
choices,
might have
okay?
also written it out in the chat too.
Yeah, you did. Because we had this debate last time. Like, what was it? I'm like, oh, it's ABBA. I'm like, wait, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, maybe not.
Pretty sure you did.
Yeah, the only thing I'm seeing that I typed out was the word revenant. Because that's what Paige is now.
Revenant.
Oh. I see.
But yeah, Hansel would notice the Paige is now covered in thick black tattoos that are swirling around his body into different mystical symbols. Some of which you would recognize due to your connection with undeath.
Oh. Not my problem. That is all him.
And somehow he's not a crispy little nugget anymore.
Somehow. To the power of sleeping, I suppose.
No,
I
getting
know.
burned
slept-
alive definitely falls into the permanent scarring category, but
I slept
you
for a
know-
long time. I'm only just
you
now
know-
coming back to reality.
A good night's sleep makes a lot of good for yourself.
I feel like death. Anyway,
you feel like death? Krell just generally gestures to the giant slashes across her clothing that are just like barely stitched back together.
I mean that's.
Wait,
I
I
don't
could
know
have
what you.
sewn that. On.
I don't know what you want me to say. Those are clothes, not your life. I think you'll live. Unless it snows underground somehow, in which case you're probably in trouble.
Well, clothes are an expression of one's personality and life essence, is it not?
I don't know!
Hmm.
You want me to say yes? Is that what you want?
I don't know.
You asked the question!
I didn't say it as a question. I just said a statement. You're the one that disagreed.
Alright, alright. You know what?
Woods would look over at the damage like, I could probably fix this, make it more design like fixing, you know?
I
Mending.
have mending. I could probably fix it with mending. Magic solves everything.
You could, but that isn't character building.
Your character is taking her job away
Oh, my
by
bad.
using magic.
Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't. It's fine. That's why I said it out of character.
Sure.
We've
I
been
mean, you
over
didn't hear
this.
the accent, did you?
Yeah, I'm about to say, we've been over this. Everything he says in the accent is real. It's not spoon or whisk where everything he says is instantly reality.
Okay, well, Whisk, to be fair, I did my groveliest possible voice for. And he spoke in, like, sentence stalagmites.
I don't think that's the word you were looking for.
Sure it is. Don't tell me what word I was looking for.
Fine, I won't.
I know.
You
I know
just
what
get
word
to
to
spend the
look
whole
for.
rest of this session trying to think of what the real word was.
That was the word I wanted, I assure you. Okay, perhaps we...
You know, we are working with little information here, but quite honestly, I think we should take a 1 milk break.
What?
We are quite literally working without stop for months now.
I don't know what this wee business is.
I was about to say, we just took like a whole week off like a day ago.
Paige was working the whole night and making the spell during the day.
So you have been working the most.
Quite
Yeah,
literally
yes.
to the bone.
I mean, I get it. I did a bit of work in that time myself. I had some things to do, but I don't know. You know, you need to maybe go take a nap or something. You can do that.
Probably do that, but before that, I think we should come at least to the, with the decision ourselves.
Right. So we need to go to his or at least figure out where his temple is. I think that could be done with a map of the city and any eyes that can read.
Krell's just staring directly at you, pouting.
Yeah, I know. I know you can't read. I know. That's why I wasn't looking at you when I said that. I promise.
You specifically
problem
said
is-
eyes that can read.
I forgot. Okay. Sometimes there's a lot of things going on in my head, and sometimes I forget stuff. Sometimes I forget. You're so capable without being able to see that sometimes I forget you're blind. Okay. There.
I didn't hear an apology in that.
Sorry. There.
Better.
This house is a fucking nightmare.
It can be.
I'm living perhaps in the worst possible timeline.
I can assure you it could be worse.
The whole time this conversation's been going on, Paige has been growing like an inch taller every minute.
We're going to be touching the ceiling of this room soon.
Well, I can only make him a foot taller, so eventually he'll get there.
Ah, gotcha. Then maybe he will be my height.
But the thing is, Paige can't see the illusion happening on himself.
Oh.
Just looking at him like, huh.
This is... So we do know what temple it is. We just... Did anybody write it down? I didn't.
I did not write down the specific name, so no.
And I don't even have to look at my notes to remember what it is.
God
But I
damn
do
it.
remember the temple is not in Nevermore.
Yeah, it wasn't one of the main temples.
Oh, that's all. That really narrows it down. So it's outside of Nevermore then, or just not one of the big four
Yes,
temples.
it's
in
it's
Nevermore?
not one of the big ones.
Gotcha. That makes more sense.
Does anyone at least remember what kind of god it was?
Of light.
Well, that's one of its domains, but yeah.
Listen, a lot happened between now and 2 weeks ago.
I
3 weeks
don't
ago
have
for
my
me.
book. So,
I think it was light, truth, or peace.
I think he's definitely
and
lawful.
something. Yeah, that's lawful good. It's kind of ironic.
Yeah, because we're trying to hunt this man down.
Yeah, and this man who is described as a totally sociopath is, someone connected deep in the temple.
Yeah, perhaps. Yeah, that is perhaps a bad thing that we should probably do something about soon. Oh shit.
I want to be snarky as Krell, but she doesn't have that information yet.
Okay. So, so the plan is go find this temple and then find the guy, perhaps take out a real actual plan, and then everything's good. We can get back to real work. I guess this is still good work.
And then there was the member that Hansel was chasing down when he first met Paige and Spoon.
Yes, the mortician. Still don't know where they went off to.
But at least we have more information on that one. God, you sound 9 miles away.
I was
I
back
walked
on.
over to the corner of my bed to fix one of the sheets. I'm sorry. I'm listening. I'm present.
Well, it's not that you're not listening and present, it's that I can hardly hear you.
Yeah, you're
Okay,
going
well,
in.
I'm back now. I'm here now. Is that better?
Yeah, mostly.
Okay. I turn my microphone towards me. That'll probably help.
Couldn't hurt.
Everything can hurt in some way.
So what information do we have on this other guy?
I am a magician.
Because
Not
as
very
far
much
as
for now.
as far as Krell knows, it's just a name that appeared on the board and she got no context for.
I was following this individual into Nevermore. Happened to lose them when I came across you fine folks digging up a bunch of corpses.
Whatever happened to those
It's
corpses
prepared.
anyway? We just kind of ignored that whole situation after we left.
Yeah, probably should have done something about that.
The guards probably took care of them.
You think so?
Probably.
I could have.
Not to mention, they go absolutely rogue after Paige's spell ends, so...
Yeah, I probably should have gone over there and taken care of that.
We don't. You can't go back to a scene of the crime you committed yourself.
Like, half of the city is the scene of a crime.
I was masked up. I was fine. I could go back. No one recognized me. Definitely no giveaways or tales about my person.
Yes, your clothes are very common to see.
It was a full suit and tie that I'm not wearing. I don't know what you want me to say. I don't wear that outfit like all the time.
Blame you, it's white, it's easily stained.
Okay, well, this is the big judgmental hour. I mean, no, we're not going to go down that road. We need to maybe discuss the plan.
Well, what we know about your mortician is only what you've told us. Is there anything additional that we should know about the fella?
I didn't get much myself.
Give
just
me a
happened-
moment. I have to type a lot.
Oh, okay.
I have more information for you.
Yeah.
Unless I
this is
already gave it to you, maybe. Give me a sec.
good. I think you. I don't think so.
No, I didn't give you that information yet. Alright.
Okay, this is good.
Oh, I gotta type out a fuck ton. This is gonna take a minute.
Okay. Okay.
Don't talk amongst yourselves or anything.
I am thinking of a subject. I'm still a little bit groggy from last night.
I didn't fucking do anything. I just hung out with my grandma, and she's great, great lady.
I got out with some friends. We went to see the fireworks.
Well, apparently a bunch of fireworks went off in our city, and just didn't hear them. I didn't hear them. Everyone else heard them. And I was like fully awake when they went off too. So
You were affected by blindness, deafness.
I don't think so. Like I would have noticed that because if somebody had ran into my house and gone and then I was blind and deaf, then yeah, you're probably right.
Funny question. I think someone opened a window. You feel that breeze?
That was weird. Fuck. I need money. I need to get a job.
You're in the same situation.
Yeah. God, I hope my fucking flight back this Saturday is not nearly as bad as it was last Saturday. Yes. I can't wait to get absolutely screwed out of some good gotcha rolls. Let's go. I went to,
Alright,
The
here's your
most-
paragraph.
oh shit. Okay. Just gonna wrap up that story I was getting into. I went to the most like southern store I've ever been to in my life, that being Atwood's, and they were selling saltwater taffy. I bought a big bag of it, and I was just kind of mindlessly eating it. And then I hit one that was black licorice flavored, and I've never wanted to murder the CEO of a large corporation before that happened in my life. Who does that?
What's wrong with taffy? Or not just
all the
tappy, but
Black
licorice
licorice.
tappy. Like, I've got half a bag of Australian licorice sitting right here next to me. What the fuck's wrong with licorice?
I don't like it. It tastes like death. If you could condense death into a flavor, it's black licorice. Like people give like Dr. Pepper shit for being too medicinal. Nah, black licorice tastes like the word medicinal.
I want to taste. I want to eat black licorice and like it just to spite you.
What did I do? I feel like there's been a lot of heat on me lately. Oh, dude, this guy is a fucking like cartoon villain.
Yeah, you know.
This guy's built like the fucking penguin.
Very, very close.
Oh man. Yes, I got the vague descriptor
fuck.
from I got the vague descriptor from some sources and informants on my way in.
Just pulls out like a steno pad of notes.
Yeah, I've got like a stencil sheet. I'm just like I got like a really shitty number 2 pencil. Here's a little drawing. He's apparently relatively average in height, about maybe similar to me. We'll say he has a rotund figure. He's fat. That is to say he's fat. His hair was said to be pretty short. That might have changed between now and then. I'm not sure. And he's got one of those mustaches you would see in children's like drawing villain twiddling with their fingertips. He wears a suit, from what I understand. It's apparently old. Looks like shit, not as good as mine. Or Spoon has a nice suit. And he carries an urn. Or at least it's near him, maybe on like a wagon or something when he does his work. And there's, according to my source, he's typically living or working among the dead, and most people don't recognize him as anything aside from that weird guy messing with the corpses. He's like the homeless man of criminals, basically.
The homeless man of criminal.
Have you ever stopped and given a homeless man a coin page?
No.
See, yes, I did. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what you would do to this guy. You would walk past him without a second thought because you're just like, oh, there's a fat guy messing with dead bodies.
Maybe we should try going to the not the cemetery. The thing people go before the cemetery.
Funeral home?
No.
More.
No moment. Mortgage. Yeah. No. Not mortgage.
The morgue.
Yeah, the morgue. Maybe we should go to the morgue of the town to see if it works around there sometime.
You'll recall, Paige, I did just say I was actually trailing him to a cemetery not too long ago. But perhaps going to the morgue is not actually a bad idea. We might be able to glean something from there.
Well, you guys. Okay, you followed him to the cemetery, so he has to be at least within that area.
Or at least we know he's in Nevermore. Kind of. Maybe, perhaps, probably. He's probably in Nevermore.
Even if we don't meet him, we can maybe try to find someone that knows him.
Yeah, yes, that would be actually. Plus, if he has a personal desk or something, we can go through it. I know that some of you are pretty good at the whole sneaking around thing. So perhaps going to the morgue is not the worst idea. Plus, it's more likely for him to be there than for him to be at the cemetery, now that I think about it. To say that they work amongst the dead, I doubt that they're actually sitting about at the graveyard, because that's not working. Unless you consider, like, walking the graveyard as security to be working among the dead. Which I don't. I
Right.
think you have a sad job.
I think working with the dead in this town is about to become very rare.
Oh. Yeah. Because a lot of the dead is rested and alive.
Are we the bad guys?
We're not the bad guys, I think. We're doing a good thing, probably.
Yeah, speak for yourself, I definitely am.
Yeah, but Paige, you're different. You're a problem that I'm going to have to do something about at some point.
I think it's a matter of a point of view.
Okay, well, that's
It's a matter of perspective, really.
Yes, to me, to them, we're the bad guys, and to us, they're the bad guys. And so it's a question of perspective and morality. Fuck them! I don't care!
Also,
I mean, the only evil things we have is like a skull in the fireplace.
Yeah,
They
that's
have
still
we
there.
are being raised.
Yeah, that too, but
And that demon we still don't know what happened to.
I mean, you have to go away eventually, right?
the spell says it goes away after a while.
Yeah,
So
but-
he raised the prison, and then just kind of just pieced out.
Yep.
My God, your mic keeps breaking up so much.
Me?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. It's probably because of my fan. Maybe it's my connection, or maybe it's both.
It's probably your fan. And with me, it happens too. I have to put it like far away from me when I speak in the microphone.
Ceiling fan.
Yeah, because Discord's noise suppression kicks in, and I think your voice is part of the fan.
Man, you weren't complaining about it breaking up earlier when the fan was off. So.
What's
I'll
worse
just
is
be
we
hot. It's fine. I'm going to like a shower after this anyway.
see now it's gone.
Not Saturday.
Well-
You can shower.
Yeah. It's what? What?
It's
I just
nothing
agreed. I realized I agreed with you before I actually knew what you said.
Old people in like olden times here used to watch only on Saturday, so it's kind of a meme here.
Oh.
Today you learned something.
Yes,
Yeah, I
yes,
guess
we
I
did.
Don't worry, we don't do that anymore. We are not French.
Okay. So the idea now is go to the morgue and see if he's actually there.
And one of you guys could actually, try to find the temple.
Right, yes. Who can get around the fastest? I guess I can fly.
I was say you can fly. Krell has double movement speed through a city.
Paige
Woots
just
can
turn to
shadow
something that's
step.
fast.
Yeah, all of us are fast in our own right.
Okay. Well then, who wants to go looking for a temple?
It's weird considering we never actually run away from anything.
Yeah, we always stand our ground. I say we. Hanzo's been in like one combat. I stand my ground and fight. I've had to do it for the last. How long have I been more Roman? I don't know. It's been like 3 years or something. I don't. I probably wrote it down in that lengthy Google Doc.
Probably.
I remember the important bits. That's what matters. Son of a bitch.
I am curious. Since you were tracking this mortician, does that mean they know you're on their trail? And should I avoid looking like you?
As far as I'm concerned, that shouldn't be a problem. I don't think they knew I was on him. They might. I would say, yeah, probably avoid looking like me in most circumstances. So perhaps I should be the one to go looking for the temple then, as to not be there in the morgue.
Speaking of looking like people, both the real page and the quill page are both now 2 feet tall.
What the fuck? That bird is absurdly large.
It doesn't look like a bird. It looks exactly like Paige.
Paige has
Oh.
his little page on his shoulder at the moment.
Oh no.
And both are like almost sleeping on the table.
Seeming is a fun spell.
I did not write how long he had been wandering. Well,
Yeah, you just...
That's
I
okay.
think the only time thing you even wrote in there was the 10-year time skip.
yeah. Okay. Well, so we have an idea of what's going to happen now. We're going to go. I guess I'm on my own for temple searching, while
Well, you are the only holy person in the party.
that is true. That is true. I do have a holy symbol.
You're
Though
a
I'm not sure how
cleric.
Yeah, I am. Correct. They would probably accept me. Maybe. They don't. Nah, never mind. And then the rest of you are on morgue duty, I suppose.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you even? Perhaps I'll just like make a list of the temples on the map and then just start going to each of them.
Couldn't hurt.
Couldn't hurt. Very well. Do we have a map of Nevermore just around the house?
There's one as part of Spoon's conspiracy board.
Perfect. I will look at that. Hopefully, they have named locations on them.
You know, hence this big-ass map on the table in between us.
It doesn't look like a map. It looks like you've set up like a game of maybe like tabletop football.
Ugh.
But I think that's just a case of like the zoom and resolution.
Probably.
Okay, well.
I think the actual model I grabbed is like a battlefield map or something.
Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna get out my stencil pad and just start writing down temple names. Okay, let's see. There can't be that many in Nevermore, right?
There's a lot of really small temples.
Oh lord. Okay, maybe we'll hit the major one, and then the lesser majors, and then the minors.
Well, you can ask if any temples are having troubles with each other. I know I don't know how deedings works.
Did Hansel just
But,
admit
like,
to
hey,
beating
there's this-
children?
What? Don't take that out of. I was gonna say it sounds really not good out of context. No. Minor temples. Come on, guys. And not as in I'm punching minors in their temples. That's not what I'm saying.
I want the judge, okay? I mean, that's
Listen,
your thing.
I'm pretty sure I told you all about that character I used to play.
Okay, maybe perhaps children are just annoying, alright? Maybe that's what it is. Not the ones we have here, though. They're a good bunch. Except for the knife throwing. That was a little much.
As you say that, a knife hits the post of the chair you're sitting in.
Yeah, okay. I'm keeping this.
You know, I think I should
It
teach
teleports
those
right
kids
back to
magic
Krell's
too.
hand. You forgot her knives do that, didn't you?
I forgot she had a specific set of knives that do that. Yes.
Maybe I should teach those kids magic next time.
Eh,
Or little
Perhaps
magic
someone a
initiative
bit-
that can never hurt.
perhaps maybe someone a bit more qualified to teach magic should do it.
Hey, is there anything good I am? It's
I was about to
teaching and learning
say,
magic.
he's got 13 levels in Wizard. How do you get more experienced in Magic?
I guess that's fair. Yeah.
Or sorry, 12 levels in Wizard.
Oh, did we level up?
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
forgot
we
to
did.
tell you about that. We leveled up.
Oh shit. Oh, okay. Cool. I'm gonna take care of that real fast.
Yeah, usually we level up when we beat a boss. I just completely forgot to message you about it at the end of the session.
It's totally all right.
By
Oh,
the
yeah.
way, I raised my dosage of Ritalin, and it's finally working.
Nice.
Although I don't change as much as I thought it would.
No, not really. Just kind of centers you a bit.
No,
Yeah.
I am not taking a cleric level.
Right in the middle.
Cool. Oh, I get a new.
But yeah, we spent like a good 20 minutes or so just trying to figure out what new spells we wanted.
That is typically what happens. I'm gonna take.
Because Paige got 6th level spells and Krell got 5th.
Oh, that's right. I get some new spells as well. Nothing super crazy.
Shit's gonna get real whack next time we level up and Krell hits Bard level 10 and gets those magical secrets.
Yes. I'm gonna take my 6th level in Warlock.
Oh, fun. Oh, you're just evening that right out, aren't you?
Yeah.
Goes with your whole half and half motif, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, I started out super strong from the Twilight Ward. I'm slowly gaining power from the guy, the person,
The unnamed
name I
warlock
forget.
patron.
the unnamed Warlock patron. That doesn't look right. Why does it say 1 in Warlock?
It
That's not correct.
glitches out sometimes. It fixes itself once you hit apply.
I see.
And now, until you gain or lose HP, you're gonna be purple because it thinks you have more than your max HP.
Oh, cool. There we go. Everything is good. What
It's the
new
one thing
spells
I
did I
couldn't fix in my color system.
get? I got new spells. What did I get? I got Phantom Steed and Speak with Dead.
Yo,
Awesome.
you get a ghost ride? That's dope.
I got Ghost Horse. Let's go.
Is it specifically a horse?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, and now my Warlock slots.
I was about to say, most of the, like, summon steed type spells just say it's a mount. It doesn't have to be a horse. I've seen someone who was playing, I think it was like a halfling or a gnome, and their mount was a mastiff.
Oh, cool.
'Cause mastiffs are fucking big.
Using the Phantom Steed, you can use as a pogo stick as a ride.
Like, typically,
That's
your
actually-
steed has to be another living being.
Oh,
So now
Oh.
my slot is level 3. Let's go for my slots.
Hold on, I kind of want to actually read the wrong one. Wording of the...
So my slot's 3rd level now. And so that means
A
where's
large, quasi-real horse-like creature appears on the ground in an unoccupied space within your range. You decide its appearance, but it's equipped with a saddle, bit, and bridle. Any other equipment created by the spell banishes it in a puff of smoke if it is carried more than 10 feet away from the steed. For the duration, you or a creature you choose can ride the steed. Uses this certificate for a riding horse, except it has a speed of 100 feet and can travel 10 miles in an hour or 13 at a fast pace. When the spell ends, the steed gradually fades, giving the rider 1 minute to dismount. The spell ends if you use an action to dismiss it, or if the steed takes any damage. Huh. How could that last line be abused? But yeah, it's this quasi-real horse-like creature, so by that description, you could just summon a centaur out of nowhere. Just Jeff from accounting just appears. Just like, the fuck?
I'm not casting it. I'm just. There we go.
Yeah, from accounting, how specific.
I just want to be like, what's the most ridiculous name and job for a centaur to have?
Jeff, the accountant. Yeah, I can respect that.
I left the career path from accountant because that was too boring, and I'm going to become a web developer.
It's the same thing.
It's the same shit.
Now it's all cleared up.
Ooh. There we go, now it's green again.
Okay. Well, it seems like we've got things semi-squared away from the time being.
Yeah, just as we're preparing to head out, our boy Scribbler comes running into the room, and he just goes,
Oh.
"Note!" And he just starts jabbing Paige with an envelope.
I'll take it. Thanks, Scribbler.
Thank you, Scribbler.
Except he's jabbing you, like, in the knees.
Oh,
Because he can't see through the illusion.
What do they eat?
I'm going to take it. You know, Paige treats like almost everyone really roughly, and to Scribbler, he's like really nice.
Pretty much. Well, you were nice to Chori, too. But she makes your
Yeah.
food, so...
Yeah, that's kind of an obligation.
I suppose you can just. They're like pretty sentient, so I suppose I can just like praise him like I would a person. I don't know how to interact with a lot of the unique races of our world.
They're just normal people like you and me.
Yeah, that's fair. That's how I understand it.
If you
both
just
in the
ignore
apple.
race, everybody looks the same.
Sure, yeah, that's true.
I'm going to take the paper and open it.
Alright, it's a letter addressed to the group from Mr. Fizzerwidget.
Oh,
Oh,
In very exaggerated and fanciful script, Zero describes a trip to the Smoking Mountains, far to the southeast. In the letter, he further elaborates that after a 3-day trek up the mountains, he reached the summit to strike a deal with the hill giants there for one of their magical treasures. One that matches the description of the very one you are looking for.
oh, that's good. I think, right? We wanted that.
yes.
Good. Who's going to wear it now? Spoon, I imagine.
I had that same thought when I was writing that dialogue. I'm like, with Spoon gone, who gets the hammer?
Who's good enough to wield the hammer? Who's
Oh.
going to be considered worthy?
Yeah. Unless any of
perhaps-
us... Yeah, any of us can wear the belt and the gauntlets and have the strength. But who is worthy?
But who's worthy?
And who could
Well, we'll
actually
figure that
make
out.
use of such a weapon?
Well, I think we'll figure that out when we get there.
Are any of us even... I guess a good chunk of us are actually proficient in martial weapons.
Yeah, I'm proficient. Despite the
Actually-
fact that I'm mostly using spells, I'm proficient in quite a lot of stuff.
It counts as a maul. Is that
Maul?
simple?
That's
Yep.
martial, I think.
Yep, it is martial. And specifically maul.
Very good.
I am proficient only in scalpel, so
Uh,
You were proficient in fish that one time, if I remember correctly.
what?
Or no, it was you? No, you turned. It was the thing you said. It was like, I do something, and then I turn him into a fish. That's what I was thinking of.
I have proficiency in dagger, darts, and light crossbows, quarterstaff, and a sling.
So you have proficiency in simple weapons.
Yeah,
You could have just said that.
I speak 5 languages.
actually, he doesn't have
Five
proficiency in simple weapons. He has proficiency in just those specific weapons.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of non-martial characters only get specific weapon proficiencies.
Oh. Huh.
Like even some of them, like rogues, only have specific ones. Like they can only be proficient in like short bow, dagger, rapier.
Longsword.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Today we learned.
So one more,
So
you
perhaps we need to set aside some time soon to go hammer hunting.
More
Well,
like champion
I was about to say,
hunting.
the description that we got from Loki in the book we read said the hammer comes to the wielder.
Oh, that's right. Maybe we just need to go get the belt and then see what happens.
Yeah, we need a champion who hunt, basically.
I bet I could do it. I'm confident.
So yeah, let's read the rest of the letter.
That was the rest of the letter.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, well, I'm going to finish mapping out my route. I'll need just a little bit. Oh, I didn't think there'd be so many minor temples.
Well, it's almost
I
like there's
suppose-
something like 120 canon gods.
Okay, well, it's fine. We've got time. We've got plenty of time to do stuff. This many temples, I could probably do this in a full 24 hours. Oh no.
Are you just gonna go in, ask if they're evil, and leave?
I didn't really think about that part. I was thinking more so was just gonna kind of scope things out from a distance. Perhaps from above because I can fly. And also, I don't need to sleep. So, if I need to regain my ability to fly, I could just chill out somewhere for a little while.
Well, didn't the wolf mention that like a specific area where the guy was supposed to be at? So if you just stick to the temples within that area, that could help narrow it down.
That's a good point. Yeah, perhaps I will do that.
So at least you got half of Nevermore taken away by that logic.
Yeah. That's a good point. Good idea. Oh, sorry, I need to start crossing things off the list. Okay.
Roll me percentile dice.
Percentile?
D100.
Right. What? 75.
Interesting. Moving on.
That's not cool. Don't do that. That's not cool.
You are very evil.
That's like the one thing that I don't like.
I knew you wouldn't like it. That's why I made you do it.
I love the idea of like I've done this a couple times myself, where I have my players roll something.
And she's
then I
like, noted, moving on.
Yeah, I respond, but it's actually like literally nothing. I just felt like having them roll some dice.
That actually meant something, but I like you to be
No, I'm
paranoid
sure
about what's coming.
No, I'm sure it did mean something. I'm just saying I've done that a few times and it's been funny.
I've done that a few
I
times
usually-
to you guys. You usually
Really?
don't realize it. Or it makes you completely change whatever you were planning on doing. It's like
Sure,
that
be fine.
subtle sneaking feeling that there are consequences to your actions.
Consequences, nonsense. I'm not going to try again.
Oh, who's going to Fizzer Widgets?
Probably
not-
someone that could actually broker a deal.
Okay, well, who's got the talks? Oh, it's me. I just realized it's me. I've got the talks.
Well, I mean, Krell has a +4 in charisma.
So do I.
And she's, also got, her jack of all trades that allows her to add her proficiency
Oh,
bonus to
that's
everything.
Yeah, so she's probably better at like persuasion than I am.
Well, I mean, she gets a +6 to persuasion. She's not proficient in it.
Never mind. I have
She's
a
proficient in
+8,
6 other things, but not that.
but not that one.
2 of those things she has expertise in. But Krell's also not good with money.
Hmm. So perhaps we need to schedule this. Perhaps we need to. Me and Krell can go to Fizzer Widgets, do a bit of talking. Maybe bump price down a bit.
About
And-
I go to the Marg, Woods goes to the temples, and you guys go to the Fizzer Widgets.
I mean, I suppose that could work. I have this list of temples, and I just crossed a bunch off the list. And Boots, I think you could get around pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Perfect. Then I guess we have our plan. See, now marks the problem of I've got a character who's kind of good at talking, and me who's not good at talking. This is the exact thing I did once. I played a little rat man whose whole thing was he was good at talking and shooting people. And we did a lot more talking than we did shooting people in that game.
Yeah, that's usually how it is.
It's okay.
Paige is going to take his head off, put on the table, put Quill above it to sleep, and I'm going to use Alter Self to become a drought child to go to the Morgue. Disguised.
Now, I wonder how that's going to work, conflicting with the, with Krell's spell.
Can't Crowd just drop it, stop being a dick?
It's not concentration. It just lasts 8 hours.
You can still drop it?
I'm pretty sure you
Oh,
can
no,
change
yeah.
the ends.
It lasts for the duration unless you use your action to dismiss it sooner.
Yeah.
For the next 5 minutes, Paige has a big twirly mustache like Dr. Robotnik.
Or the mortician, as I described him.
No, I mean like a really big one like Dr. Robotnik. But after 5 minutes, she drops it.
Yeah. Before Paige goes away, he's going to alter self into probably a drow like child because of his size and what's most common here. because there was a halfling at the parade massacred, so he probably should be disguised for a while.
Yep, right. Just an idea. Okay.
All right, I think we have a plan put together to at least get something done.
I believe so.
All right, so which problem should we tackle first?
That's right. I just remembered.
I also just
Which one
remembered,
did-
weren't we going to go see Mason about something forever ago, and then we just never got around to it?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit! What were we gonna go see him about?
We were gonna see him about if he knew any individuals that were shady, but I forgot the exact reason. But
Yeah,
we had
wealthy individuals that had shady business, or
yeah,
at least
'cause-
rumors about them.
That's
Oh yeah, and we were going to ask him about the undefeated fighter.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. That too. I think Spoon.
Yeah, Spoon was going to
set
do that, and then we changed plans.
yeah, yeah. So he sent the letter off, and then I just never showed up. Oy, that probably didn't get us any brownie points.
No, but I think in game it was only like 2 days. Oh no, we had a week of time off, so like 2 days in a week.
Yeah, and during that week off, Spoon was autonomous. So, for all we know, Spoon went, had a nice dinner with Mason, and
Came back.
came back. I was like, oh shit, I was supposed to do something, wasn't I?
Honestly, that's totally in Spoon's character.
Just got so engrossed in the conversation and the food, he just forgot his whole job.
What was I doing here again? I don't remember. Food was good though, thanks. Like that.
But, yeah, it's time to do the one thing you're never supposed to do in D&D.
Split the party! Especially when we're in hot water right now.
Well, we've split the party so many times, and it's only gotten us imprisoned and half murdered.
Yeah. And only once of both of those things. Definitely.
Alright, so Woots is going temple hunting, Hansel and Krell are going to Fizzer Widgets, and what was Paige doing again?
Going to the morgue.
Ah, yes.
Remember that I am disguised.
Yeah. I can't
yeah,
wait to
give-
see how
give
Paige
a-
tries to talk his way into this.
I give
Oh, yeah,
Roots a
I
list
also
of
left-
temples.
I also left Quill at home, so he doesn't
Yeah,
get
I heard you
hurt.
say that.
Of course.
Let's see which one of these problems we're solving first.
Not when I need time to think.
Nope, it's Woots.
I needed time how to do this. I was like prepared to like go stealthy, and they're like, "Oh, you're gonna go to the temple." Oh, I could still be stealthy at a temple. All right,
Lots of temples.
I think I'd mostly stick to like the temple district or wherever that mass was, because that general area.
Yeah.
And where would Woods go? What would he be drawn to? Is there any shady temples like? Oh no, because
But it depends on how you define shady, because one of them we went to was a gambling den. And the other,
Yeah.
another one is to a goddess of death.
All right.
Shady is
Okay.
kind of an innocuous term here.
All right. Okay. Well, the god was described as lawful good. I think whichever ones look nice and well kept, I suppose.
Alright.
Let's start with those.
I think I said it, but I'm pretty sure I handed off my my list of
Yeah, you did.
temples to you.
Yeah, it doesn't mean I know which one's which.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point.
Woots is a very very sheltered man.
That's why you look at the map.
Well, it doesn't mean he knows the lore of all the gods and goddesses.
Nah.
They're just names on a piece of paper to him.
Yeah.
I love how you keeps me misgendering the robot. If even Woods does that.
Nothing to say about that.
Nope. That's not a it's not a landmine I want to step on. But yeah, Woots is gonna go around temple to temple. It's gonna take a fuck ton of time, but as he's ruling out any that are disheveled or busted down, you could probably avoid like the mining area, the slums, probably the labor district as well, and just stay to the innermost cloisters of the city. And we'll cut back to Woots later.
Yeah.
Not much to be done.
Yeah, Woots is gonna be running around sneaking into temples for a very long time.
Thankfully, he doesn't sleep.
Yeah. I also, I think would be keep an eye out for the description of either the mortician. I know he's not in this area, but just like, or the priest guy.
Yeah.
But even though it's unlikely, but I think if anywhere like slum close, like, you know, like dark and dirty kind of thing, I think Woods be like, hey, have you heard of, like, kind of question if any bodies have gone missing or
Yeah, you do have
anything like that.
you do have general descriptions of both of those people, so you could describe
Yeah,
them to
yeah. I would
people.
kind of ask around and like, hey, I'm looking, not looking for this person, but like, kind of like, have you spotted this person? As slightly as I can. For Woods is not good.
Oh,
But I look like, oh no, I don't look like Paige in the moment, so it doesn't matter.
yeah. It's definitely been more than 5 minutes since you left the house. You're no longer tall, Paige.
That sounds scarier than anything we've faced up to this point, honestly.
Basically the
That's
equivalent
fine.
of tall Mario. But
Especially with the mustache.
no, only real Paige got the mustache.
Oh.
That was just Krell being more of a little shit.
Gotta respect it, honestly.
She's got to entertain herself somehow, which is weird because she keeps messing with people that with illusions that she herself can't see.
Yeah, but she can hear what how people react to them.
Yep. But next up on the chopping block is Krell and Hansel.
Shit.
Listen, the dice chose this path, not me.
Okay.
Oh, hey, look, Spoon was still with us last time we came here.
I'm thinking maybe... I forget, did Hansel go? Oh yeah, he did. He asked for the Iron Bands of Bolaro, which we already had. I remember. See, I can remember stuff sometimes. Just never anything, like, important.
Alright, we find ourselves once more and visit Widget's Wonders.
Ah. This place always makes me feel kind of warm and fuzzy.
The random NPC of the day is a very young-looking turtle.
Oh,
Kind of gender ambiguous.
yeah. I don't think I could tell a female turtle apart from a normal turtle. A male. Why did I say normal?
Yeah, that did come
What's
out weird.
wrong with me? A male turtle.
Right, the female turtle is unnormal.
I'm gonna get myself canceled, and I'm gonna get some hot water.
People only know your first name. It's fine.
That's true.
That's all the internet needs to dox you.
That's true. Yeah. If anybody who if anybody who comes across these videos like watches any content I put out there, I'm fucked. Because I have great intentions, but I have the worst Freudian slip.
Delivery.
Yeah, that too. But fuck you, my delivery's great.
It's just ill-timed or ill-conceived sometimes.
Yeah, that. Yeah. It could be
Well, as this music comes to a crescendo, we make our way inside. That's weird. I have a whole playlist specifically for this shop, and I never play it, and I just remembered it exists.
You have a Fizzer Widget shop playlist?
Yep.
I guess you anticipated we'd be spending a good chunk of time here.
Yeah, I tried to make it a little more unique. Because, like, all the other shops would only be, like, early game stuff or, like, specific stuff.
Right.
But we'd be coming back here a lot. Because magic shop.
Because magic shit is cool.
And I wanted all of the music for the shop to be more mellow. Rather than, like, the upbeat airiness of the regular background music.
Makes sense to me.
Plus, Fizzer
Yeah,
Widget's kind of one of my personal favorite NPCs.
I think it's time we just kind of casually scroll up to good old Fizzer Widget.
He's just kind of chilling out, smoking his hookah, relaxing, as he does.
We got your letter here in that the belt of what is it, Hill Giant Strength is in your possession.
Yes it is. Quite a trek I had to go through that one, damn near the other end of the continent, if you'd believe.
Oh, it sounds like your journey was rather arduous, my friend.
Well, teleportation circles can only get you so far.
Is that how you do your job, with teleportation circles?
For the most part.
Cool.
Of course, some of it is good old-fashioned foot power and legwork.
Is it like exclusively you, or do you have like trained employees you send on these kind of treks?
I have a series of contacts, but there are some jobs that I get a certain sense of enjoyment out of doing myself.
I see. And you mentioned that you had to cut a deal with the hill giant you met.
Yes, you would not even believe what I had to give up.
Well, you can't just leave me on that kind of cliffhanger, Fizzer Widget. What was it?
I trust you've heard of a beast called the Tarrasque.
I've heard of it in story and legend.
I had to trade one of its discarded teeth. And you don't even want to know the story behind how I came across that.
No, I don't. According to legend, a Tarrasque appearing or existing is sign of a coming apocalypse. So that, no, I do not want to know how you got that, but
Well,
my
I'll tell
respect
you
for
anyway.
My respect for you has perhaps gone up a bit.
Well, I didn't exactly get it myself from the beast. It was a great many years ago, midwinter if I'm remembering correctly. I'd come across a being almost as ancient as myself. I believe he was an archlich. He himself had been one of the few that were able to return the beast to its slumber after a great battle. And the discarded tooth was among the wreckage. And he'd kept it for some great time, intending to use it likely in some high-level spell casting, but never got around to it, and it struck my fancy. Several thousand platinum later, I had an interesting mantelpiece.
Well then. And it was you worked up to that with a hill giant.
He actually talked me down to that.
Oh. Well.
Why is the music
Okay.
repeating? Oh, because that one's not on. I see.
Onto a Torask tooth. That is... I've got to say, I've heard some absurd stories in my day. I'm an absurd story myself. And that is, that's up there. That is up there.
Giants don't really hold much value in the standard coin.
Right. I can't imagine what they're going to do with a Torask tooth.
Prepare some ritual, worship it. I don't know, and frankly, I don't care anymore.
That's fair. It is not in your possession. So the belt.
Yes, the belts.
My comrades failed to inform me what exactly the price range would be, but I'm generally aware of what our budget is. So what are we looking at on gold piece cost here?
Well, the original cost I quoted them was 10,000 gold. But, and this is the big but, after putting in the time and labor, and obviously giving up something quite valuable of my own,
Of course.
the price has now come to 18,500. Someone just clicked into the treasury right there. I heard that.
Yeah, it was me. I'm looking at the treasury. That is basically all of our money. And we
Yep.
need money to pay the guys, so we actually can't do that. Well,
We need money to pay which guy?
the wolf, because we paid them. Oh no, we gave them
Yeah.
some of the money. But
No,
need
we
to
gave him
give
all the
them
money. We gave him the 1,000 he wanted, plus you gave him a diamond worth 300 to cover the
That's
rest.
right. So we already paid him off.
Yeah. So we're sorted on that front.
All right. 18,000. That's. Well,
Time for you to haggle.
believe me, I understand. Wanting an immense compensation for having to do that kind of work, especially for having to give up something so valuable. As it stands with our own, our divided budget amongst staff pay and house necessities that need taken care of, I'm not sure 18,500 is quite in the range we can afford. Perhaps perhaps we can provide a service to you that may sway your opinion a bit on this front.
Are you propositioning me?
It sounds like you've taken offense to my advances, and while I will apologize for that, it is a necessity for it is. Frankly, we're not capable of paying that at the moment.
Oh,
boy.
I took no offenses at all to your advances, in fact. I was just unaware that you swung that way.
Oh! Oh! Well, okay, maybe there's a bit of miscommunication. I mean,
No, you said it already. Now go with consequences.
He went through proposition and said himself my advances and never caught on that whole time.
I didn't know what that word meant.
Double entendres are fun.
And that is why you make your character's sexuality vaguely ambiguous. Okay, perhaps. Maybe we've had a bit of miscommunication here. While maybe not directly opposed, I don't think that's something. I don't know how much that's going to do for our talk here. I more so meant like we as a collective group are very capable of getting jobs and work and tasks done. So, like, maybe you need something hunted or tracked down, something valuable, and we could easily go get that for you.
Ah, trade of labor it is then.
That is the idea. Oh, they're going to be so pissed at me. They're going to be so pissed. Everyone's going to be so mad.
Is he really disappointed that he wasn't proposing that?
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
Listen, I'm a man of ease. I could be. It depends on how much that would bring down the cost. All right, we could talk. You could send the letters. Ask for Hansel. Just like.
Oh, I
fucking-
imagine a whole rom-com involving Hansel and Fisheries right now.
Listen, I was planning it out on paper here. I'm like, how's this gonna work?
Don't skip over the idea that basically just subtly suggested like a grinder hookup. This is getting to some places now. This is what negotiating's about.
Man's like, I really need this belt.
Gotta put that lovely 18 plus tag on this one now.
It's already on. It was on from the start.
Wait.
Well, technically it was a 17 plus, but you get the idea.
Right, yeah. Perhaps, maybe both actually. Maybe both would be good. But yes, a trade of labor and the first thing. This is what the cool kids call a buy panic.
Yeah, he strokes his beard thoughtfully. A bit of labor and
Company.
You don't have to say.
an
Don't have to
evening
say-
date it is then.
Yes. Yes, that's it. Yes, that. That's a good way to put it.
I did not expect to go this way at all.
I didn't either. He dropped it on me.
Neither did I until you started using the language and it popped into my head.
This is the game we're playing. That's D&D.
Yeah. I suppose, under those terms, I could drop the price to, say, 17?
Well, that's better.
It's a 1,500 gold discount. Of course it's better.
Now, so that would be basically all of our platinum.
More or less, yeah.
He said 1,700.
Seven,
So we would
yeah.
so yeah, 1,700 gold.
1,700 platinum.
Platinum, sorry. I 17,000 gold.
Yeah, you
there.
tack an extra 0 on when you go to gold.
So we would have 88 platinum left.
Which is still a fair amount in
It's
gold.
still a good amount, and I think we could probably still pay most of our dues with that. And probably then...
Most
not-
of? You're the one who
Oh.
negotiated the prices for most of our minions.
That's true.
Our minions.
Well, half of them just do our bidding and defend our home. The other ones are actually performing, like, general house duties.
So in
We
terms,
still
in
have not
terms of, like,
bought us either.
Nope.
so-
Well, we have
so in
Spoon
terms-
now.
Yeah, Spoon's doing that. He's a father. He knows what's up. So in terms of like actually affording world stuff like our home and our employees, 1,700 is a perfectly good price.
Although I said we own
Just
our
me-
home. It's not like we're paying land taxes or anything.
Yeah, I just mean like any upkeep that needs to be done.
Yeah.
If we happen to get raided on by this shadow organization that wants us dead.
I'm sure you could just cast mending a couple thousand times.
True, yeah. And looking at our record here, are we all right with that? Are we all right with 1,700? I don't want to make anything concrete before we talk about it.
Krell has been
Can I-
sitting here smoking hookah and giggling the whole time.
We're gonna have a long talk with her after this.
Age is going to die laughing when he discovers it.
This is why
So-
you keep the hard stuff away from the children.
Oh,
Why did the music just get all jazzy and romantic at the wrong opportunity?
I'm not hearing any objections.
Well, we sent you as the face of the group for a reason.
Okay, well, we could definitely do 1,700. Just means we're going to have to start picking up some extra jobs. Obviously I don't have that money on hand. I am not a strong man. You can send the invoice to our buddy Scribbler.
Yes, I know the way by now.
Right. And I suppose a letter for me as well at some point. Business has been a pleasure.
I look forward to our enjoyable evening out.
Yes, it'll be fun. Growl, come on. Stop smoking, we need to go.
Fine.
Job is done. We'll get you your own hookah, right? They can't be that expensive. And also, I'm pretty sure plenty of people in our house know how to find herbs.
Krell knows how to find herbs.
Girl knows how to find herbs. Girl's gonna be rolling her own joints.
Age is permanently smoking a pipe. Like, he only leaves his mouth for like whenever there's a social situation, like dinner or something.
Let me do the business. Bye 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 bye. You heard nothing.
I heard everything.
You did not hear a single thing.
Oh yeah? Then what's this? And she snaps her fingers, casting her, what the fuck is it? Minor illusion, which can create any sound unabated. And she makes an exact playback of that whole conversation for the next minute.
Not. All right. Well, you know what? If I had, you know, if I was keeping secrets all the time, I don't think I would be able to be in anybody's good graces. So, whatever. It's fine. I'll probably say it myself, frankly.
All right.
That took it.
Yeah, that took an interesting turn. And we'll deal with that later.
All because I can't fucking speak like a normal person.
That's Dungeons and Dragons for you.
Once again, Hansel finds himself in a situation that he basically just stumbled into.
Yeah, that's pretty much Hansel's character for you.
Things just happen at
Quite literally always falling into random things. Sometimes it's the ground.
what?
Hansel died for the first time from a fall.
I know. This is like that like live Peter Pan bit where they're like, where Captain Hook is like, "Are you guys? You named me after like the worst tragedy of my life?"
And the fact that he still refers to himself as Captain Hook.
Yeah.
He just accepted it eventually. But, God, that's a good movie. I need to watch that again.
I've never seen it.
It's great. I'm pretty sure it's on, like, any streaming service. Oh, you could probably... Hook. You could probably watch it on, like, YouTube at this point. But, lost my train of thought.
It's morgue time.
You had an opportunity there. You totally missed it.
I did. It's Morgan time.
There you go. You could have memed hard and you missed it.
Damn it!
I want to see that date so much. I'm going to wait like anxiously for that day.
Alright, so, over in the slum districts, we meet back up with Paige, who's just kind of trying to wander around and find a building he's not even sure exists. Because, in a sort of medieval setting, what need do they have for a morgue?
Boy, we really didn't think that one through.
I mean, there's probably a building somewhere where they keep the dead before their funeral services, but, how many people in the slums do you think could actually afford a funeral?
Exactly.
I don't know.
Hence
think
why...
so.
Hence why most of the bodies that Paige were digging up had blank headstones.
Like I said, I never said I went to the slums. I said I was looking for a morgue or someplace where they keep the dead.
Yeah, you're looking for a graveyard where the dead wouldn't be missed.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you just kind of stumble around for a while, eventually getting back to that same graveyard. And,
By the way,
Most-
how is the graveyard?
most of the holes have been filled back in. And, The headstones that had names have been removed.
Cool. Also, I kind of went to the gates of the town, so I went around by here. How is the aftermatch?
Well, there's still blood and viscera plastered all over the ground over there, but, you don't catch sight of any zombies stumbling around, so that can only be good.
That's fortunate.
The remains of a lovely woven wizard hat is still on the ground, though.
Damn, what's made such a good job at this? Should ask him for some clothes later.
I know, I was thinking the same thing after Woots offered to fix Krell's clothes earlier. I'm like, Woots could make great outfits for the whole squad.
Oh man.
But you find your way to the cemetery, and you're just looking around, because knowing what you know about the undead, and death in general, and the practices therein, you'd know that a House of the Dead would have to be nearby the graveyards. You're just wandering around. Eventually, you find a small, rather well-kept building that houses a few well-wrapped bodies, recently dead. One of which happens to be covered about the face with blemishes and boils.
Like they're on the outside or what?
No, they're inside the building.
Oh,
They're like,
is there any?
yeah, they're like on wooden tables at the moment.
I see. Can I enter the building?
Oh, I described you entering the building, so yes.
Oh. Is there anyone working there? A clerk, something?
Not at the moment.
I'm going to no, take a walk around, trying to see if I see anyone I recognize or anything.
You don't recognize any of the bodies, but, are you taking any precautions at all while approaching these bodies?
Like from being seen or from the sickness that may come from bodies.
Yes.
For both. I am trying to remain quiet. I am already very small, so that's not very hard. And for the bodies, I probably put some kind of mask on me.
Alright, as far as I recall, you only have the one mask that doesn't cover your whole face.
No, I meant like take a piece of tissue and just tie around, so I don't breathe any fumes.
Alright. So yeah, just going across the bodies, give me a medical check.
I think I'm good at medicine. It would make sense at least since I'm a necromancer.
You'd think. You got a +2 to it.
Oh,
Yeah, you can't quite identify what the one obviously ill person had. Good one, Sam. Oof. I think only a licensed doctor can make that call, though.
yeah, that's true. He might be still alive.
You just feel like his jugular repulse. You're not even bothering to put on gloves or anything. It's like,
This dead man is dead.
If Paige touches any dead, he'll probably just like clean his hand immediately with presentation.
Alright.
he's kind of a clean freak, you know.
A clean freak that plays with the dead.
Yep, like the moment he stops doing it, he cleans himself immediately.
Alright. Yeah, you can't really figure out what any of these people have died from, other than things that are like super obvious, like if someone got stabbed or something. Like, you're not just gonna miss a big bloody stab wound. But, and no one appears to be in the building or have been in there for at least a couple hours since the bodies were wrapped and prepared. But, this does seem like some kind of, mortuary office. Give me an investigation check. See what you can find.
Investigation.
Oh my god.
Ah, go fuck it. I'm going to change the color of these dice. Also, I'm going to use the inspiration for that.
You're a halfling, you don't nat one.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that's true. I don't have to use inspiration. On investigation.
Much
Yes.
better.
That's better.
There we go.
And I'm going to change that color. Let's go to a nice blue. Lighter blue.
But yeah, looking around, you find some handwritten notes that are clearly in doctor script. So you might be able to make out a few letters in between them. But it's very difficult to read. Along
Can
with orders for like specific medications and things, like embalming fluids and such.
Can I try to read some of those notes?
You can, but it's going to take some time to decipher the god-awful handwriting.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll probably just go into some corner where I can easily hide if someone enters it.
Well, you're going to have to turn on some lights.
Can I just like create a small light with prestidigitation?
I don't think prestidigitation does that.
Let's see. I have this over here.
You can light or snuff out a candle, a torch, or a small campfire.
Yeah, let's. I assume there must be some kind of no candle here.
Yeah, probably. That's what I was saying. You'd probably have to light something to get some light in here. But that's going to
Yeah.
give away the fact that you're in here. I was giving you a chance to correct yourself.
I'm going to light the candle, and if I hear anything approaching, I just poof it out.
I don't like the fact that it says this right here. You chill, warm, or flavor up to 1 cubic foot of non-living material for an hour.
Hmm.
Why do you don't like that?
Well, there are some races in Dungeons and Dragons that are known to eat some of the other races.
Yeah, I saw a guy eat his wizard ate gelatinous cubes. He just flavored them with something.
Well, I
Also, you
mean,
can.
if you're a particular Dragonborns that have resistance to acid damage, that wouldn't even be difficult.
Yeah. Also, you instantly clean or soil an object. You can
Yeah.
literally soil someone's pants.
Yeah. Who shit my pants?
I'm going to shit yourself.
And what's worse, the two most chaotic members of our party both have that spell.
Can you imagine a wizard duel and like, oh yeah, I'm going to defeat you. Oh yeah.
This
That's
guy, he
real.
just shat his pants.
Just like a fucking, just like at the Wizard Academy, just in like dueling class, just makes his opponent piss themselves. It's just like,
Real wizard magic.
Oh, I mean, it'd make for one hell of a distraction while you cast some big shit. But, most of what you're making out is instructions on where to bury specific dead people, and, some transcripts regarding some of the dead from the arena specifically.
I'm going to take that. Might be useful.
Alright. Other than those notes, you're probably not finding much else of value at this time. Unless you want some more embalming equipment.
I have enough of those. I'm going to... Can I do that with prestidigitation? Let me read it real quick.
Utility spells are fun.
Okay. Oh, but I can only make it for 1 hour. Yeah, but let's make it anyway. I'm going to draw a small skull on like a table or something.
Okay.
And then I'm going... Is there a cupboard or a big bookcase? A big fucking...
Shelf.
No,
Cabinet.
thing you keep your clothes in? Yeah,
Wardrobe.
cabinet, a wardrobe, anything big with doors that I can hide.
Yeah, there's probably a big cabinet that would have medical supplies in it that you could fit into.
I'll probably try to hide in there and wait for about 1 hour. See if anyone appears.
Alright, in that span, we'll cut back to Woots, who's just frantically running around the city from temple to temple, trying to find anything suspicious.
Pay attention to like any thieves' chant, like the markings on buildings for any like
Yeah.
clue or indication kind of thing as in my search.
He's looking up for any of the symbology you've seen before.
Yeah, just like anything. Oh. At this point, I think I'm almost gonna get bored and start stealing or breaking into people's house.
Just get really distracted. It's like, I've been through like 40 of these temples and I haven't found anything useful. Ooh, that person has some really nice,
Curtains?
I was gonna say curtains, but, a really nice tapestry hanging up on their wall as you run past one of the houses. Just get distracted.
Yeah.
Boots is definitely like a shiny things person.
Yeah, but with
I
fabric.
like shiny metal and nice fabric.
Like, if Woots could drool, he'd be doing it right now.
Go to that house. Who may or may not visit it later.
You just, like, note down the general vicinity in the city to come back later.
Yep. I'm looking through for temples, but also making houses or making notes of stops.
Making heists, planning heists actively.
Max, I must say you are a genius.
Yeah, it's almost like we keep forgetting that Woots is a rogue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we kind of focus on the monk aspect. But yeah, you pass by a few more houses that have interesting looking furnishings or cloths. You find it in your best interest to probably not steal from the temples you're checking out.
No. But I'm still confused by religion. I'm like, so you're praying for someone to help you when you could help yourself. I'm confused, kind of thing.
And not only that, you're going to dozens of different religions that all believe different things. And she's like, how can you people be so conflicted in your ideas?
Exactly.
But yeah, you eventually make your way back to the headquarters and meet up with everybody else who's gathered their information and the items. And I actually forgot to give you the belt.
Ah, yes, the belt. A lot of other things happened in that interaction that we were more concerned with.
No, I just forgot to apply it to inventory.
Ah. Woo! Got the belt. That meme is gonna pop on my Discord server.
Belt of Hill Giant Strength. Boop.
Woo!
We have to make that not equipped though. But yeah, the Belt of Hill Giant Strength does automatically set your strength score to 21 once you've attuned to it.
Yeah, so even if we don't end up actually using the hammer, having that thing on any of us who are really good with any kind of strength weapon is going to be a big plus.
Yeah, pretty much any of us that are proficient in martial weapons, it would be a +2.
So, yeah. It's all a matter of who ends up being considered worthy for the hammer.
Yeah.
Or if anyone is.
The only real downside is that it does require all 3 of your attunement slots to wield.
Yeah.
Because you have to have the gauntlets attuned, the belt attuned, and the hammer attuned.
Fucking. That hammer's got some high standards.
Better be fucking powerful.
Oh, I think
it's
it. I think it.
mall, so it's
I'm about
already
to say.
got some
I think it
standards.
literally has the power to one-shot giants.
Ah, good.
Dang. Oh, maybe we can get the Tereska's tooth back from those guys.
That's its own quest. That's the job Fizzer Widget asks for us. Don't take that idea. Don't write that down.
I didn't hear it, so
I'm
you
sure-
did.
Thank God.
We'll repeat it then, man.
Yeah, Giant's Bane. When you roll a 20 on an attack roll made with this weapon against the giant must succeed on a DC 17 Constitution save or die.
Great. Well, that's a 20 on the dice, I'm assuming, so it's not going to
Yeah.
happen super often.
Well, I mean, you put that in the hands of someone that can boost their dice to a critical. Actually, that wouldn't even work because it says specifically a 20 on the die.
Yeah, it doesn't say a critical, it says a 20.
Yeah,
So,
wording is important.
sure is.
But yeah, we're one step closer to our second legendary weapon. Now we just have to find a place where it would make any kind of logical sense to try to call it, and hope whoever does call it is worthy. Because right now I think Paige is wearing the gauntlets.
I am.
We're just going to have to be swapping these 2 magic items around until we find somebody who's worthy.
Alright, give it a shot. Okay, well, nothing happened.
Well, we gotta wait 8 hours for the next person to try.
Yeah, now we gotta wait 2 hours. Not simultaneously, 1 hour and then another hour for the next person to attune to them. Something about that. Something about that. Wow, did you just see it?
Yeah. I'm just like, oh, there's a message in art and memes. Oh, it's great.
That's what I meant when I said that meme was gonna pop.
I just hadn't looked over and saw it. Oh, it's great.
Honestly, I wish my friends knew enough about these sessions we have so I can send it to them.
Well, I mean, if they've got something like 56 hours.
I recap every session to the people I care about.
Same. Usually right after the session.
Yeah.
What are
Typically,
the...
it's my brother, and mostly it's
Same.
my brother. But like, if anyone else asks, I'll tell them about it.
But yeah, we've all made our way back home after a few hours of investigation, save for Paige, who's currently hiding in a cupboard. And we will pick that back up next time.